Can you find a place like that?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Swiss Alps.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Amazing vistas. Sun is out. It's not
Yes,
winter, it's summer.
summer.
Chalets. I'm looking down through a magnificent valley. I hear bells on the cows. Perhaps I'm on a bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
and it's glorious.
It's beautiful. The greenery
Hmm.
landscape in the with the valleys.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Snow-capped mountains in the distance.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No worries in a place like that.
No, it's good to be alive.
It's peaceful,
Hmm.
where there are no worries and no problems. Or the very first impression that you have as you come back down to the surface.
Oh, a stone shepherd's hut. Simple.
Mhm. A stone shepherd's hut. And how is it around the hut?
Very simple. Maybe a fire.
A
Yeah,
fire
a fire
outside or inside the hut?
just outside.
Mhm. So the hut is made of stone
Yes.
and the roof?
Stone.
Mhm. And how is the landscape?
Still with an amazing uh, view of the valley.
Mhm. So you're in a hilly environment.
Yes, there's no worries, and it's beautiful, and I can't get enough of it.
Yeah. Is there any tree line or forest woods around
In the distance,
in the distance? Any any animals?
cows.
People?
No.
No. So you see cows. There is a hut made of stone. And if you look at what you wear, if you look down at you at yourself, at your feet, what do you see?
Boots,
Mm-hmm. Made of what?
hiking boots.
Hiking boots. And what else?
Just a nondescript jacket. It's functional.
Mm-hmm.
The trousers are functional. They're clean, but they're not extravagant or flamboyant. Just simple.
Yeah. And are you carrying anything else?
No, I'm sat.
You're sitting. Are you sitting by the fire?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing there?
just looking, just observing,
Mm-hmm.
just being present. No computers, no electrics. The fire, maybe I would, is boiling water.
Mm-hmm. You're boiling water on on the fire.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. And is that your home or are you just passing by?
it's not my home. It's a place I go to.
Mm-hmm. A place you go to. Is that a place that Ralph knows?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Where is that located?
up in the Alps.
It's in the Alps. So that's a familiar place.
Familiar, yes.
Yeah. When was the last time that Ralph went there?
Years ago.
Mm-hmm. And that scene that you saw going down the cloud. Is it something that has happened or something else?
Something similar. There was not a hut.
Mm-hmm.
I I hiked through the Pyrenees when I was 17 with a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and his sister was a hippie, and she lived in a teepee in the Pyrenees, very bohemian, very very far from society, with two or three children. They literally lived in a teepee, and the teepee had a fire
So,
in it.
mm-hmm.
That's it.
So this is a familiar place, but not a lived experience.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to that fireplace, boiling water
Hmm.
by a stone-made hut.
Hmm.
And as you're sitting there, what comes to mind?
Peace.
Yes. Peace from what?
Peace from digital interference.
Mhm. So it's a place where there is no electronics, not
Mhm.
even electricity, right?
No, no electrics.
No running water.
No, but I have water
Yes. So are you staying in the hut?
overnight.
Mm-hmm. And if you look back at your life before getting to that place, what was your life like before you reached that place in front of the fire, enjoying peace?
Disturbed. Anxious.
Anxious? What was, where are you coming from?
I'm coming from a place of extreme anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be with anyone, but I'm not. At this stage, I don't need anyone, but it doesn't mean I don't love everyone. I just need to find my space.
Yeah.
Some relationships have been
So the
very.
man sitting by the fire has left some things behind.
Hmm.
Do you have any knowledge of what this man left behind as opposed to placating your life of today? It seems like it's another experience that is similar but not exactly the same.
Mm.
So let's observe that experience of this man sitting by the fire without preconceived ideas based on Ralph's current life.
Hmm.
So, this man left a world and a life of anxiety. What was he doing before?
Under self-imposed pressure, not much joy,
Mm-hmm.
betrayal of a girlfriend who slept with other men,
Mm-hmm.
uh, pressure of work. I felt in a, I felt cornered
Mm-hmm.
with no help.
So, what was this man's activity before he left everything behind? Occupation, I mean.
Working for a brokerage house in London.
Mm-hmm. So, very similar to
Yeah,
Ralph's experience. Okay.
yes, yes,
But he was not married. He was with a girlfriend.
yeah.
And and he left everything. Is it a permanent um, change or is it just a break?
It's a break.
Uh-huh. So he's alone in the mountains, in the Alps, enjoying the
Gathering.
peace and the retreat.
Yes, really healing, I would say, would be the word, that operative word would be healing.
Mm-hmm.
Not assigning blame, just coming back from the front line of something that was pretty grim,
Yeah,
and no blame, grateful for the experience, don't want to do that again.
yeah. So that's a contemporary life that is quite similar, but is different
Mm.
because this man pulls himself out of this very pressuring environment
Mm.
to sort of find peace and healing in the mountains.
Yes,
So now let's move forward in the life of this man to another significant moment. So we are leaving that beautiful environment
hmm
and we are jumping to a significant moment, move forward to an important day, a day that you consider to be important when something is happening. So we have now moved forward to another important day in this man's life. What is happening? What do you see?
a spiritual connection. Nothing
Mhm.
else matters.
Yes. So we're sitting with this man who is having a spiritual connection. Can you describe it?
It's fun.
What's happening?
It's as if I'm seeing through the charade of life and the hallmark version of life of the hamster wheels, and I see myself in other people in a former life, and it's all a game, and I'm not better or worse than anyone else. I just am amused by the charade.
Yeah. So now you're seeing it plainly. And if you were putting into words the significant element of this contrast between what you didn't know and what you lived before and what you realize as you're sitting by the fire, what would you tell? What would you tell us now?
There's humor in it, and there's
Hmm.
also a paradox in it.
Yes. Can you be more explicit?
It's an awakening from a self-imposed or born into lifestyle. I experienced anxiety from my father, and I adopted that as a way of being, perhaps because I was born on the same day as him. And I couldn't imagine myself not being him, but I'm not him. He
Hmm.
was just a guide to, he was the foil. He was the antithesis of what I really want in some respects, not all. He taught me that anxiety is not the way to live life.
Yes.
Now that I'm experiencing it, I had to have it to experience the opposite of it.
Hmm.
And so grateful for the lesson he taught me because it was severe.
Hmm. It is interesting because you said he taught you the experience, and at the same time, he's the one who inspired you to get into that life that was not who you wanted to be.
I don't think he inspired me to get into the life. I think I chose to operate that way as a way of accomplishing things. I thought that anxiety would be the fuel to
Mm.
get it done, never be
Yeah.
late, always on time,
Mhm.
following the rules without question. And now I question them. I question everything, and I feel autonomous.
Yeah. And going back to that man sitting by the fire,
Mhm.
that man didn't need an ND to do the switch.
No.
Yes. So can you tell more? Can you reflect more about that?
About the NDE?
About how this man's timeline is slightly different from yours, as you needed a drastic change, as this man's change was internal.
I think he got there by himself,
Mm-hmm.
or perhaps with guidance.
Yes.
I wouldn't be so egoic as to say I did it by myself. There were influences perhaps beyond my everyday life. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
So when we look at this example that you have been presented today by your higher self, we can see similarities and we can see differences.
Hmm.
So, what would be interesting is to ask your higher self, why did it bring you to see that different timeline? And in what way it's related to your own timeline?
Can you rephrase the question, please?
You just got to be presented with a different timeline of maybe another Ralph, or
Hmm.
maybe another version of you, or maybe a similar life experience than yours,
Hmm.
but with some similarities, but also with some differences. So your higher self is taking care of you and is giving you to see this thing. It's
Hmm.
that first experience that you're being shown is being chosen for a reason. So it would be nice to know from your higher self perspective,
Hmm.
why did you choose higher self to show that experience to Ralph today?
To clear, to create space for magnificence and beauty and love.
Mm-hmm.
I needed it.
Yeah.
I
And
need I needed the opposite
yeah,
to be able to feel it.
through beauty,
Yeah.
peace,
Yes.
a fireplace,
Yes. Simplicity.
simplicity.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is there any more you need to know about that life experience that you've been given to see?
No.
Okay, so we can now move on,
Yes.
leave that scene, and leave that man to enjoy that peace that he has created for himself in that beautiful environment, and move on, move away, moving forward or backward. floating as if we were still in that cloud, and find another appropriate time and place that has information that you need. I'm going to count to 3, and in the count of 3, you would be finding that place. 1, letting your body relax even deeper. 2, keeping your mind aware while your body falls asleep. Slowly drifting again, but keeping your mind engaged. You are reaching 3, and now you arrive at a new appropriate time and place to learn information that you need for today. What do you see?
Cosmic light.
Cosmic light. Beautiful. Can you describe this cosmic light?
They are like the mesmerizing images from the infrared telescope that looks millions of years into the distance. The swirling gases and clouds and light, beautiful light, different lights, and beyond explanation.
And those lights, those nebula, they tell you something or they remind you of something. What do you remember as you watch this cosmic landscape?
Perhaps home.
Home. Yes, and that feeling of home, how would you?
Peace.
It comes with peace. And as you are there, are you aware of any physicality?
No.
So you exist without the body there. What is your form?
I'd like to think it's light
Mm-hmm.
that contributes.
Yes. So the cosmic landscape, from our perspective, looks like black darkness with occasional stars and nebulas and galaxies and
No, it's more up close, the swirling clouds. The dark is there, but in percentage terms, it's not huge. It's just, the light is more significant.
the light is more significant. So the darkness from perceived from Earth is an artifact.
Yeah.
So as you immerse yourself in that cosmic light, you feel like home, and home goes with the sentiment of peace. Do you find yourself alone in that environment?
That's a good question because I'm expecting
You're expecting some
company.
presence.
Yes.
Yes. So let's expect together, and it slowly comes in. You can slowly perceive this presence to be more present. And can you tell me more?
It's a feeling of love, welcoming an entity that's magnificent, that is almost saying, well, are you ready to know?
Wow. So you can ask that person, or you can wonder, that entity, do I know you already?
I feel I do, and I don't need to ask.
You don't need to ask. So, can you actually ask this entity to introduce itself? You're having a dialogue right now.
Yeah,
Can you share a little bit of it?
it's not separate.
Not separate.
It's the closest word would be us.
You're talking about the interconnectedness of all beings?
Mhm. I don't know if beings exist anymore,
Yes.
because that would imply separateness. I think us would be it's a melting.
Uh-huh. So there is a fusion of all these lights
Hmm.
as being interconnected. And as you're being interconnected and in very close relatedness to that uh, entity that is not really an entity because it's an extension of you and you are an extension of it.
Hmm.
Can you tell us more about the dialogue that happens between these two aspects of the same thing?
I feel that there is a supreme knowledge that I am not yet privy to, and that I am still somewhat ignorant, but still at bliss and still in awe.
Mhm.
So I don't think I have fused completely. And there are earthly questions, but there's also a part of me that's saying it's not of any consequence anymore.
Okay, so those questions become irrelevant in that state.
Yes. I don't really
Yes.
I don't really need to know, and that there are bigger fish to fry.
So you are in that experience right now. So you are in that connectedness. And as you are in that connectedness, there are some things you experience that are unfamiliar and that unfamiliar from your physicalness, from your earth beingness.
Mhm.
So what it is that you would try to put into words that you actually feel right now?
I want to move on to bigger things. I want to contribute to, I want to make sure that I'm clean enough, pure enough to contribute. And I don't have any interest in the earth plane other than being grateful for what it's taught me.
However, you went there and you came back. So
Yeah.
obviously there is a good reason for it.
Yes.
So if you were to talk to yourself as this beingness of the cosmos in all interrelatedness, to the Ralph that came back from that place consciously, what would you tell him?
What confusion.
Is
Uh,
it really confusion, or is it because everything looks different from where you stand as opposed from where he stands?
I believe that I experienced Earth in the separateness was pretty diabolical. The division. the pettiness. Um, what a game. What a game.
Yes. So you are aware of that setup that it is
Mhm.
to be incarnated in a physical life on earth as opposed to be this cosmic being.
Yeah, perfect words. That's exactly what I felt.
And then yet, that cosmic being made the decision to actually go through that experience for a reason.
Hmm.
And that reason is what the incarnation is missing. Because it is not giving, it's not it is purview to understand that, but at the same time is a playing character of that play
Hmm.
that has accepted the role.
Hmm.
You are the mind behind the decision.
Hmm.
What the actor is missing is why is the purpose of the play?
To experience the opposite.
The opposite of what?
Bliss.
The opposite of bliss.
Hmm.
All right, it seems that Ralph got a nice picture of that. Is
It
it?
was very, very heavy.
Yeah.
I believed it until I didn't.
Okay. So when you are an actor and you realize that it's just a play, that you're actually in a play, that it's not real life, you are in the Truman Show,
Hmm.
what do you do next?
I want to move on.
Move on from where?
Earth.
Okay. So now you're in a place that, hey, that's shitty, that's a shitty play. I want to get out of it, like the character in the Truman Show
Hmm.
wants to get out of the simulation.
Hmm. Very much so.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
want to. I feel I am out of it.
so then this NDE was an exit point.
I think
But
I think the NDE, just to briefly interject, I think the NDE was so powerful and loving and so brief, but it was just what I needed. Yeah,
what you needed to see that you were still loved and cared for.
yes, very much so.
And
Protected
then there is a very important choice, the choice to return
to the bliss side.
to the earth side.
Ah, yeah, I can do that.
There is a choice to return that Ralph made or that agreed upon that
Hmm.
it was necessary for him to come back.
Hmm.
So now, because of knowing what's on the other side of the veil,
Hmm.
there is a very strong attraction to be in the nicer bliss side rather than the gloomy, dark, painful side. But
Well, I I feel I feel that I'm awakening, and that even now, in the very earthly experience that I have, there is still bliss, there is still joy, there is still love, there is still humor that carries me. I can play this game, but also see through it. So I don't have a yearning to leave yet. I want to enjoy the earth plane as I am doing now.
Yes.
There's a very strong flow and positivity, and there's no negativity. There's no all the stuff that I experienced, the anger, the anxiety, the ability to not make money is gone, and the opposite is happening. It's all happening
Hmm.
in an incredible way. I am, and it's almost like I am. I feel like I feel mighty.
Hmm.
I
So
don't
you,
have a strong desire to go back yet. I
hmm
would like to help others, and I have started recently to help others, and I know that people love me and want me to be around and look up to me for certain things, and I try to remain humble and let people find their own way, but I enjoy that role.
hmm
I'm not a preacher and I'm not a sage. Well, people have called me a sage, but I don't subscribe to any labels.
but now
But
you're in that environment.
yeah,
Now we are in that cosmic environment with this presence around you.
yeah.
And that presence around you has plays a specific role, a particular role. And it would be nice if we could, if you could, in this cosmic form, fully connect and receive whatever message that entity has for you.
I think the message is you'll work it out. You don't need me.
So is that in the tone that you you can do it, or is that in the tone that's your job?
No, it's in the tone that I can do it.
Uh-huh.
I want to do it.
Well, and what uh what is the purpose of this connection with you today?
Confidence,
Mm-hmm.
but not arrogance. It's almost like you know what to do.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we can thank the presence for being there
Yes,
and
thank you.
look at, is there anything you want to take back from this journey into the cosmic realm?
No, just gratitude for everything.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to stay with the inner feeling of peace and
Mhm,
all-knowingness that is particular to this realm and move on,
mhm.
move away from that scene and leave that entity there to continue on their own path. You can move either forward or backward to find another appropriate time and place that has information that you need, if appropriate. You're slowly moving on.
Mhm.
You are now at another time and place. What do you see? What's happening?
A group,
Mm-hmm. A group,
um, perhaps guides, if there's a better word, guides.
a group of entities. Yeah,
I would like to think so.
yeah. So Can you describe a little bit more what's going on?
I don't know it all. I want to know why there is pain, and I am expecting an answer.
Yeah. So you have this group of beings and they know you, right?
Mm.
They know you. Are they surrounding you or are you among them or are they
Oh,
away from you?
I'm amongst them,
Yes.
close to them.
Mm-hmm.
There is no ego. There is just, there is perhaps an embrace, but they're close.
Yeah. So there is proximity, closeness.
Love.
Yeah. So now you can tell them, hey, I experience a lot of pain.
Hmm.
What's up with that?
Did I choose this? Yes.
Uh-huh. What the heck did I choose that for?
Why would, why would I do that? Because in the earth plane, it's so real and so dense and so heavy, and pain is so, mm,
Vivid.
this never left me. There's never been a respite.
Uh-huh.
Not one half hour. It's continual. It's harsh, very harsh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking, has it has it served its purpose? Considering from where I was even a year ago, I want to let it go, and will you help me? Let it go. It served its purpose. Take it off me, please.
Yes. That's a conversation to have now. And how they replying?
They're questioning me.
Yeah, what are they asking?
Are you sure you've learned?
Are you sure what?
Are you sure you have learned? Have I
There's so
learned?
much you can take to be able to do your mission. If your energy is absorbed into managing that pain, how can do the things you want to do?
Mm, exactly.
There is the right measure, isn't it?
Hmm.
Do they understand that?
Well, they know everything.
Okay. So let's talk about the mission. Let's talk about the lesson. How can the lesson be interfering with the mission?
I don't know if interfering is the right word. I think it was contributing.
So the lesson is contributing to the purpose and the mission.
Yeah. But it's like a rocket that discards certain parts as its trajectory is upwards. It doesn't need this part any longer. And
Uh-huh.
and that's how I feel about it. It served its purpose. I've
Yes.
I've learnt empathy, I've learnt humility, I've learnt love, I've learned I'm learning generosity. I was never generous, but now I like it and now I express it. And now and particularly empathy. It's so strong in me. I feel it. I feel it in other in other beings. It's, I see spirit. I don't really see the body. I don't see the age. I don't see and it's a beautiful thing. But perhaps the pain was the lesson I needed to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But the pain also restricts the enjoyment and inhibits me um, in many ways. In many ways, and I no longer wish to have it. I can still contribute and be humble and empathetic without it.
Would you think that the pain has become too distracting?
Yeah.
So
It,
what do they say?
okay, we'll let it go. You let it go.
Okay.
Okay, you let it go.
Yeah. Okay. So how does that work?
Sophie, I don't know.
Ask them.
I feel like I'm saying I've tried everything.
Yeah, but how do they suggest that you let go of a pain that is not serving its purpose anymore?
Simply drop it.
Mm-hmm. Right? We're gonna have to talk about it more
Yeah.
at a later time.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you would like to ask those beings when where you're at it?
Perhaps what is my mission?
Mm-hmm.
My bigger mission.
Yeah, so we can also invite your higher self to participate in that conversation at this point.
Hmm.
So I'm inviting, I want all of the consciousness and personality of Ra to be present in this conversation
Hmm.
and fully integrate back into the body so um, that he would participate. Do we have, can we speak to Ralph's higher self?
Sure.
Yes. So, I respect the power of the higher self because I know that he takes care of Ralph's body and does a very good job of it. But at
Hmm.
the same time, uh, and it has all the records of what has happened, uh, everything that has happened to Ralph in this lifetime and all other lifetimes that he has ever lived. So I do respect his power, but I like the higher self to answer some questions. So do I have permission to ask questions?
Please.
All right, so we are here in front of that committee of beings
Mm.
and with you, higher self. And we have a list of questions that we would like to submit. And they are all connected to the conversation we were already having. The thing is that there is some things that from our Earth perspective needs to some clarification, if you don't mind. So the first question would be, what is Ralph's main life purpose in this incarnation he's going through, and how does it relate to his spiritual evolution?
He needs to know his strength. He needs to get in touch with it.
So he needs to know his strength. Does that mean that the purpose of this life incarnation is to learn about strength?
Yes, but if I was to define strength, it's not. It needs definition.
Yes, what is the definition? Because obviously it's not about being able to
Loving,
carry a log.
loving, loving strength,
Loving strength.
loving expression, fully expressed, and that
Uh-huh.
takes courage, and I'm ready for it.
So thank you, higher self, to say that. But so So Ralph sees himself as ready for it. So why has he experienced so much pain then throughout his life? And what lesson or gift is hidden in it?
It was the suppression of love. It was the suppression of confidence. It was the experience of self-doubt and pettiness.
Mm-hmm. So that what happened early on in his life cycle. But
Yes.
now that is not in the same place from a spiritual point of view that he was when he was 9 years old, why is it that the pain is still excruciating and getting in the way of his growth, spiritual loving growth?
I don't feel it's got in the way of my spiritual growth. I feel it's enhanced it and perhaps accelerated it.
Am I
But
speaking to the higher self or to Ralph when I hear that?
Ralph,
Okay. So I would like the higher self to give Ralph its perspective. Can you?
mm,
I understand that the higher self see things from a larger perspective.
mm,
So even though learning about love, loving growth
mm,
has happened,
mm,
the pain is still there.
mm,
So I understand it was a gift for elevation, ascension.
mm,
And now, where are
mm.
we standing from your perspective, higher self? First thing that comes to mind, no fighting, no mental struggle, just uttering the words that come first to mind.
I feel it's on the verge of giving me a reprieve.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps there is more tests before, but his finger's on the trigger.
Yes, and if you were to focus higher self and bring the light directly on the parts of the body that experience the most pain,
Yes,
and let that light dissolve the pain that is there. Can we do that now?
yes.
Let's do that now. And at the same time, calling on Archangel Raphael, calling on Archangel Raphael, calling on Archangel Raphael, that force that deals with healing, bringing that special light force that concentrate the healing where it's needed, where it would free the spirit
Mm.
and let the mission unfold. Here we are sitting with this intention, watching where the light would hit first. And where does that happen?
My neck,
Yes,
my chest.
yeah. And what color is that light?
Orange.
Orange? Does it come with some kind of warmth?
Yes.
And that warmth, what does it do?
Heals.
Heals. Does it relax the muscles around the joints?
I don't know yet.
Does it change the contacts in the joints?
I just don't know yet.
We let this happen as we see the light and feel the light operate in this area. And as it does, knowing that it would go and continue to target areas that can be relieved as we progress in this journey. We can ask in the meantime, higher self, we have more questions. Thank you for doing this. But what past lives or spiritual experiences are still affecting Ralph's current thoughts, fears, and blockages?
It's not a lot.
It's
I
not a
don't.
lot. Is it worth visiting now or another time, or is it just the simple knowledge of them is sufficient enough to address the sequelae from those past lives or past spiritual experiences?
I don't think it's relevant.
It's irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems like you already have accompanied Ralph into progressing in his thoughts, and
Mm-hmm.
that blockages are dissolving, aren't they?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yet, Ralph is wondering what limiting beliefs or patterns from this life or past lives are holding him back from his highest good. Do you see any that you could share with him?
Self-belief.
Mm-hmm. So, what is holding him back is self beliefs.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Could you have an example for him so he understands exactly what you're talking about?
The intuitive initial innate gut feeling is strong and accurate, but I tend to trip up over the mind when it starts to interfere with that initial impetus. And
Mm-hmm.
that's something I have to work on, is just completely trust the initial intuition.
So the mind gets in the way. The
Totally.
conscious mind gets in the way of the heart.
The fear of failure gets in the way. And
Fear
when
of
I say,
failure.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Failure from what?
Oof. Generating, I guess.
How can Ralph best heal the emotional and physical wounds carried from this lifetime and other lifetimes then?
Bring them to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Face them.
Mm-hmm.
Look them in the eye. Acknowledge that they were a lesson to better me, and move on.
Which one is still in, which one of these wounds is still pretty much dominant in this pattern?
That I need support.
So there is a belief that he needs support.
Mm.
Support from who?
Possibly my brother.
Mm-hmm. In support in one way. In what way?
Well, I think it was a past um, belief system as an older brother that I needed his help.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so not what I want.
Okay, so this thought has become irrelevant.
Yeah,
So it is, if it has become irrelevant, it seems like it's time to discard it, isn't it?
yes.
All right. Can you help Ralph put that thought to the trash can,
Mm.
the bin, recycling bin?
Yes,
Yeah. Can we consider this done?
done.
Done. Okay, now we are going, thank you for doing that, by the way. And now we are going into a very interesting conversation that Ralph would like to have with you. And it has to do with what occurred, what unfolded in the NDE.
Mm.
What is the true meaning of the voice or message that Ralph heard during his near-death experience?
Twofold.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't want to die, that I want to live fully on this earth plane for whatever beauty there is. I want to experience that, and that I am protected, that I am protected in ways that I can't explain.
Yes. So, so that voice, who was that voice? Where was it coming from?
Another realm.
Mm-hmm.
Who? It was male. I I just can't put a label on it.
Can we ask this voice to come back and be present in this session?
We can ask.
Well, so we have to let Ralph conscious mind take a back seat and is truly safe and doesn't have to worry and call on this voice to manifest itself. Maybe he has an insight. Maybe he has a true voice being heard from deep within and tell him what he needs to know to stay connected with that voice. So let's invite that voice to come and speak. Speak loud and clear for Ralph to hear. Seems like he doesn't need to be in dire situations to actually hear that voice, right?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, Ralph likes to think so. But higher self, what would you say?
You don't need more than what has been given.
You don't need more than what has been given.
Mm.
Yeah. So you're telling Ralph that the what has been given through this NDE was already plenty for what he needed to handle now?
Yep.
All right. So thank you for that, I self. But then, how can Ralph strengthen his connection to you, higher self?
Clear the mind.
Clear the mind. And how can he strengthen his connection with the guardian angels so he can communicate with them easily on a daily basis?
Pray.
pray. Mm-hmm. How is the healing going?
From this talk,
From the light.
it's difficult to say lying down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel pain now.
Yeah,
I don't feel pain now.
that is a good thing. So
It's a
we don't
beautiful
have any pain distraction during this conversation. So
thing.
thank you for that.
Thank you.
What spiritual gifts or abilities does Ralph have that is underusing or not yet recognizing in himself?
Understanding others.
Understanding others? Yeah.
Empathy, I think. Not I think, I feel very strongly.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange, very accurate, very beyond words. Just a knowing of another person. Um, mm, very quick, very quick.
Yeah. So he also has to be careful who is associating himself with, right?
Very much so. I'm very guarded with that. Very
Yeah.
selective.
So knowing that, what relationships in his life are most important for his soul growth and how should he approach them?
Not resist their advice
Mm-hmm.
because the people I do select to be around me are loving, and more often than not, I kind of resist their advice and then in retrospect realize that they were totally accurate.
Yeah.
So I have to drop the initial resistance to the defensiveness, I guess, has to go. It has to go. And I have to embrace their advice quicker because I know that their intent is love. And I've been slow for that.
Mm-hmm. So Ralph knows which are those people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for this insight. What fears or attachments are keeping Ralph from fully loving himself and living authentically?
Um, I suppose they call it body dysmorphia. I'm not happy with my body.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it was perfect. I mean, just perfect by all accounts and by all comments. And as I got older and things deteriorated, I find it difficult to accept that my body is no longer perfect. And so that inhibits me.
Yeah. But the body is a reminder that to Ralph, that is not just a body, that he is a spiritual being in a physical body and is not a physical being in a having a spiritual experience.
Very much so. I think I know it that I am not my body, and it's the first thing that I really realized in the spiritual lessons. I am not my body and I am not my thoughts. However, I have to be honest, I'm still conscious of my body and just can't let it go. I have to do something. And I know it's a vehicle, it's a vessel that gets me around. And I'm not proud of it. And I ought to be. Uh, yeah, that causes quite a strain.
Yeah, well, so do you have any suggestions to Ralph to make peace with his body or to guide it into a better being?
Yeah, don't be so lazy.
Okay, so that means what? Exercise?
Totally.
Mm? So
Totally.
there's a lack of exercise.
There is, and I know it.
And exercise does not have to be going to the gym because maybe he
No.
doesn't like it. Maybe there are other ways.
Yeah, I simply, and my father did it until he was 91, was simply walk, just walk.
Just
Walking,
walk.
meditative walk, not just walk as in this is a chore, this is boring. It just walk with my heart and my spirit open, observing, being present, and enjoy the walk rather than make it, which I do now, make it a bit of a chore, make it self-conscious. I don't walk like normal people. I'm a little bit messed up, and that causes some self-consciousness that I have to let go. And it's difficult to let go because, um, yeah,
Yeah. Well,
the more, sorry,
what is it that not walking like normal people, is there a specific way that people walk?
yeah, there's a flow there. Some people, I'm very conscious of the way people walk because I don't walk like that. So there's a kind of, it's like watching someone dance well. It's kind of, oh, look at that. It's amazing. So simple, but the more I don't walk, the worse my walk gets. So it's a catch 22.
Uh-huh. Well, you need to walk and not to be mindful of the other people. So maybe walking when there is less people around.
Yes, I mean I could the
It's not
answer
like people in Miami walk a lot, though. So they drive a lot.
I could literally go to the gym and use the treadmill. That would be as good as.
Uh-huh.
A bit boring, but it says boring in the gym. It bores me. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, or just go on the beach and walk down the beach.
Yes, I've not done that for a while.
Yeah. Because walking on the sand is an exercise in itself.
That's true.
Hmm.
It's more of a strain in the sand.
Yeah, it's more difficult.
It's more difficult, yeah.
So, but the landscape is more pleasant,
You're right. It's a good idea. I'll do that.
especially at sunrise.
Sunrise, sunset,
There's
yeah.
much less people at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another possibility.
Yes.
What step can Ralph take over the next 1 to 3 years to align more with his soul plan and spiritual progress?
I want to work in a hospice.
Mm,
I've already phoned them and they've invited me, and I just haven't gone yet. I think there's I've got, uh, yeah. Mm, the woman who organizes it has left me 2 messages asking me to call back and arrange a meeting, but I haven't done that. I
yeah.
think it's the willingness to help others.
Mhm.
Uh,
So you're telling me that there's one thing to have an intention and there's another to take action.
yeah, very
Yeah.
much so. Very much so.
So what steps, higher self, can you give Ralph to help him go from contemplation to action?
Do it today.
Okay. If he still has the energy, that's something he can do this afternoon.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll find out.
Yes, we will. Am I
Yeah.
full of it or am I going to do it?
No, but that might be a thought today and that might be an action tomorrow.
Yeah,
And maybe those steps needs to be written down. Maybe
I,
those
I will
steps needs
do
to be articulated.
I will do that. I have it on my desk. I write on the desk itself, not on paper, in watercolor pens.
Mm-hmm.
On a white desk, I have a white desk. I write what I want to do and what I need to do, and I will add that.
All right. So that's steps, that's concrete steps.
Yeah, it's in
All
front of
right.
me. I can't ignore it.
Yes. Well, so higher self, how can Ralph best serve others in a way that is in harmony with his spiritual mission? That's a big question. So I expect some input from you, higher self, because I think that Ralph needs a little bit of support in that answer.
Go with the flow and don't interfere.
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
I don't have the energy to push, but I have all the energy in the world if I'm invited.
All right. And it has nothing to do with the pain.
No.
All right. So we don't have that alibi.
No, that's not an excuse.
Mm-hmm. Right. So we
But
got that.
I don't feel I want to go where I'm not invited. Don't have the energy for that.
Yeah. But at the same time, you need to be known by those who could invite you.
Yeah.
So you need to make the first step to approach them and get to them to know you exist.
Yes, good point. At least introduce myself and then
Uh-huh.
it's up to them if they want to pursue it or not or
Yes. Here,
invite.
hello, this is me. My
Yeah.
name is, and this is
Yes.
who I am. That's where I come from, and that's what I have to offer.
Very clear. Yes, thank you.
That is there. Thank you about this insight because sometimes it comes from Ra's voice and sometimes it comes from my voice. Who knows?
Hmm.
Now we have another question for you, higher self.
Hmm.
What beliefs about God, the spirit world, or the afterlife need to change or deepen for Ralph to progress and for anybody to progress anyway? But specifically for Ralph, what would you say?
There is a perception of the afterlife where everything is a holiday. Nothing much to do other than experience bliss. However, I feel there's a bigger council with larger ideas and creative energies that I would like to work with. I don't want to experience the bliss realm for too long, other than fun. And then I want to move on to a more magnanimous expansion, creative expansion.
These belief systems are based in separatedness and linearity. And those are artifacts that are not real stuff, that doesn't exist. It's a construct that
Mm,
is limited to this realm.
mm,
But God is not separate from who you are, it is within you.
mm,
The spirit world coexist at the same time. It's not like there is a before and after. It
mm,
is all happening at the same time, and you're in and out at the same time. It's as if you exist in multiple realms at the same time because you are a multidimensional being. So that separatedness and this
Mm,
discontinuity of existence it's artificial. It is a construct that
mm,
is not a reality.
mm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
This is what came in.
No, they're very good words, and I must admit it's difficult to comprehend completely multidimensional beings of light,
Mm-hmm.
simultaneous and not linear.
Future, present, and past exist all at the same time.
This is what I've heard, but I difficult to imagine so far.
Mm-hmm. But that's what you have to reflect on to answer that question about the need to change or deepen your belief system for you
Yes,
to
okay.
progress.
Thank
That's where that's just apparently that's just the seed for you to move on from there to grow from there.
you. I hear you. Yep.
That's all I can tell.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
It's a good reminder.
yeah. Well, it's for both of us. Is there a specific place,
Hmm.
environment, or spiritual practice that would accelerate Ralph's growth and healing? That's very concrete.
I think a larger expression of love, a
Hmm.
more a fully expressed, uninhibited expression of love, whereas
Yeah.
before it's a little bit inhibited, perhaps British, restricted, and
So is there a place that Ralph could go that it would help him put him on track to practice that
do
expression
you
of
mean
love?
physical or do you mean physical or spiritual place to go?
Hmm. So it could be within, it doesn't have to be somewhere.
I just would like to be fully authentic, and that authenticity would express would be the portal which love flows through. Just being authentic, and not it is what it is. I feel what I feel, and yeah, the authenticity of me would
Mhm.
allow the love to flow. Spontaneity, authenticity, all those beautiful things.
So that answer is telling us that it is not where you are, it is how you handle yourself wherever you are.
Yeah.
It's a, it's a stance more than a location,
Mm, mm,
right?
yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, so that's something that's food for thought, something to work with.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. What is the most important thing Ralph needs to accept or forgive in himself and others to move forward with peace and clarity?
That although things were expressed or at least perceived in weird ways, that the intention was pure love, and that would help me accelerate my life, knowing that no one is truly
Mhm.
evil or bad. They're just, it's the perception and the way things come out. It's a very strange existence because we don't have telepathy. I can't feel fully what the person is expressing. Although I feel like I have empathy and I'm getting better. Uh, I think what would accelerate my path is understanding that it was all love in the first place. There's just the perception of it hindered me.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Well, if you were to elaborate more, what would you say? Would that become more too mental?
Just stop judging. Yeah, the
Yeah.
judgment of their actions is inaccurate.
Hmm.
It was most probably love anyway.
Yeah, so stop judging and just be.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So we went through Ralph's questions, and
yeah.
now I would like Ralph to relax and ask you yourself, what would be the thing that Ralph didn't ask about that would be a core message that you would have for him at this point? And let it flow through you as the first thing that comes to mind without necessarily processing, analyzing. No analyzing, no processing, just letting flow, like when you were next to the elephant.
Make space for the voice.
Mm-hmm. So the voice is there.
It's there. Yeah, you
You
just said
just
that.
have to listen.
Yeah, you said the words I was about to say, which is great. Which is I have to. I know it's there. I just have to make space for it, and I don't do that because my mind races, and I don't want to have a mind racing be carried downstream all the time. I'm tired of that. So that would be another thing I will practice is real meditation.
Yes. Meditation practice is not something that every mind is acquainted or familiar or comfortable with,
Mm,
but there is something that everybody can do
mm,
is set a question before going to sleep
mm,
and used that liminal state between when you wake up and before you get up
mm.
to let the answers and things come to you.
Okay.
Because these are the theta states just before you fall asleep, when your mind is still alert and your body is falling asleep, or when you wake up, when your body is still sleeping but your mind is aware.
Hmm.
That's the theta brainwave state that is actually the same state than a trance state,
Mm,
or that also is experienced in meditation,
mm,
where you can have this dialogue with yourself. So you can actually set a question for yourself and just sit with it.
mm,
Then, rather than having a formal meditation practice that might not be suitable for your temperament
mhm.
or your schedule.
Yes.
Do you feel like your higher self has something else to say? Because uh, he used my voice a bit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Well, that was interesting. Do you have any other parting message that you want to give Ralph before we say goodbye?
I'm here for you.
Mhm. All right. So don't forget to speak to it whenever you need it.
Yes.
It is within. It is that
Yes.
little voice
Yeah.
that knows it all.
Well, I will find out.
Mhm. So for now, I'm asking the high self to recede to where it belongs with much love and appreciation. Much thanks
Mm-hmm.
for the help and information it has been giving us today,
Thank you.
because it came in very different ways, but it definitely came in. And I know that Ralph is really going to appreciate it.
Thank you.
So thanks for that.